Welcome, welcome, welcome. What a beautiful day it is. Today, our task is to see it. Oh, what are you going to see? The good that you're looking for. That's what you're going to look for. It's Friday after all. You want to see the good things. Because as I was laying there this morning, I said to myself, well, I could share about this or I could share about that. But then I said, no, today is Friday. Everybody's programmed to think it's a fun day. So let us see it. Let us see the pleasure of today. When we get up and we go forth into the world, shoot, if you're already in the thick of things, see it. See the beauty that's there. I haven't opened my blinds, but all I can hear is just birds. And I'm like, well, this is nice. This is a great way to start the day. And I find myself, if I'm reading or if I'm editing something, I'll turn all the volume down and I'll just sit there. And you hear the birds. Oh, but Angela, that's so corny. Is it? They have no reason to sing that we could think of. Why do they do it? Because they can. They do it. So if we take the time to see it this morning, see the beauty that surrounds you, it is there. You notice I didn't tell you to look for it. You don't have to look for it, you just have to see it. Recognize what you're seeing. This is the beauty of what we've been given by way of law every day, all day. See the beauty of it. Not only the birds, but it rained for us most of the day yesterday, like pretty much all through the night. And so anytime I rolled over or because my window's open, and I was like, oh, I can hear that. You know what it does to you when you hear the bird's song, when you hear the rain, the pitter patter on the window pane or the ceiling, well, the roof. When you hear that, it is soothing to you. You see that soothing sensation that you feel? That's like a giant sigh for your body. Because most of us, sometimes we don't even know we're holding our breath when we walk around. Sometimes you don't even notice that your buttocks is clenched or your abdomen is tight. We don't even notice these things. Our shoulders are up. We don't notice. However, if you take the time to see the beauty that surrounds you and you sigh from simply recognizing it, something will change. It always does, and it's a good thing. The body feels more at ease and relaxed. Your mind is clear. We take it for granted, you know. We take these things for granted. When we go out there and you're rushing to get around, oh, I gotta be here in 20 minutes, oh, I'm around, we're rushing. Take your time. Take your time. Listen, the destination isn't going anywhere. So you might as well take your time and enjoy every step. Every step I take, right? Enjoy every step that you are going to take. Take pleasure in that. Revel in it. You understand? Because it is designed to assist you. There's a reason why they tell you listening to nature's sounds is helpful to the brain and the body. It's been designed that way. But we don't see it, do we? Because we're so busy. So it's Friday. Take that time. Take that time. Because here's another sound that you'll hear if you just allow yourself to hear it. You'll hear your heart beating in your ears. Yes, you will. If you sit there and you just simply inhale and exhale and just allow your body to breathe, you'll begin to hear your heart beating in your ears. That is a most soothing sound. It is a most soothing sound. That's the whole point. But you know what stands out to us the most? The excessive noise. The horns blaring, the sirens blaring. Oh, it can be overwhelming. Notice this. You hear those things and automatically your heart rate speeds up a little bit. You get a little edgy. But then when you hear the bird, or you hear the bees, because if you've got flowers out front, you'll hear them. And if you listen to them, it is a most soothing sound. Why do you want to be soothed? Because when the body is at ease, it feels better. It hears more clearly. It sees more clearly. It performs better. It just does. It is one of the most amazing things I've ever encountered. Just to walk outside or go to the park. Happy babies, when they giggle, that's got to be the cutest thing you've ever heard. It's awesome. You'll find that when you encounter those soothing things, you crave them more. It's absolutely amazing. And I want to encourage you today to see it. See the beauty, sense it, feel it, hear it. It is all around you. And you'll find that the smiles you pass, you'll see those more readily also. You'll hear the hello. You'll hear that as you go by. Oh, sure, we think it might be corny, but there's a reason. If horns and sirens have an edgy creating effect, you know this. But bird song and the rain or water or the ocean, depending on where you live, and if that soothes you, well, then naturally we tend to gravitate towards the things that make us feel good, that are a comfort to us. You know, if you get home and the kids are running around and they're hollering and they're all, yes, that can get a little, but if you allow yourself to see what is happening when you hear the little kidlets as they play in your space, you won't be able to help yourself. You will relax and you will smile. And it is that smile, science tells us, releases endorphins, the feel-good hormone. Because why do you think that reaction happens? Because we are designed to feel that soothing sensation, that pleasurable sensation. If you are in a relationship, take the time to look that person in the eyes today, just for a little bit longer. It does something to you. You don't just look them in the eye to say, oh, you drive me crazy. No, look them in the eye and don't say anything. Just take pleasure in that moment. That's the whole point. Slow down a little bit. And you will find that as you slow down, you begin to appreciate the simple things. Because as I say, we're always on the go. Rush here, rush there. Oh my God, we got to get that bag. But what if you took the time to just simply see it? See it. Science tells us if you're in the shower or you're driving, the brain is in theta. Theta brainwaves, they're just receptive. You could ask a question and you'll get an answer right there and then. You can write a song in the shower, right? All these creative things. So take the time to access that space. Because that's where the answers are. And you get to hear those answers or see them, touch them, taste them, smell them. You get access to those things if you slow down a little bit. Why the rush? Why the rush? Everything gets done, you know. We never have to rush. That's what Confucius says. Everything gets done, yet nature takes her time. So that is our task today, to see it. Wherever it is around you, see the beauty that is there. When you begin to see that beauty, your body will feel it. You will confirm what you've seen. Or should I say, you will affirm what you've seen. Oh my, it is a lovely day. Feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. These things. Because as I say, we're on the move, on the road again. You know how it is. But let us do a leisurely stroll instead. When we go walking by the river, I try and get as close as I can, because then you can hear the water as it rushes by. You just do, and it does something to you. So I want us to see it today. As we welcome everybody to the space, you'll know that favorite spot you go to. And if you don't have a favorite spot, well, you will find one today. Right? Let's take a moment to welcome everybody into the space. And as soon as I said that, Summer Rose, I see you. We'll start with fan base. Fan base, there's Harry, there's Jamea, Summer Rose, Miss McQueen flows, smiles, Matthias, Yolanda, I'm missing my Zola today. Huh? Wonder where she is. Twitter, we have John. Hello, John. You are new to my space. Well, I've seen you before, but not frequently, so that's new. Welcome. Jeff, hello, and Meep, I see you too, darling. Welcome to the space, Twitter sphere. Now let's see who's here, YouTube and Facebook. We have the lovely Anot, Cyber, David, and for the others who have not made yourselves known in the chat, welcome to you also. And for the replay gang, you know I love you all. So today, what is our task? Our task is to simply see it. See the beauty that is all around you. You know, we're not always just rushing, but sometimes we sure do complain a lot. I'm late again. This is taking too long. Right? But if we take a moment, just a wee tiny moment, to see where we are, hear where we are, and simply allow the beauty that is there to soothe you, wash over you. Like I said, sure, it seems corny, but allow yourself to be soothed by it. That's what it is. Allow yourself to be soothed by it. And you might just be pleasantly surprised by the ideas you might have. There's a reason why you want to soothe the body. It becomes more sensitive. To what? The underlying things, the ideas. This is why we meditate. You have a question? Ask your question as you are out and about in that soothing space. And the answer will flow right to you. That's just the effect. Because it's the law of causation, right? You soothe the body, and the effect is, oh, but this flow is smoother. This is nicer. So if today, for some reason, you are tempted to rush around, remember to slow your roll, slow down a little. Just slow down. Take it easy. As Mika says, relax. Take it easy. Yeah, that's one of my favorite jams. Relax and take it easy. It's the weekend. We get excited about that. Now get really excited about it because you get to see something that you perhaps have overlooked in your haste, in your hurry. Queen Red Pill, I see you. Does that make sense today? Because I tell you, something, here's a word for you, something magical happens. It really does. It really, really does. But you won't know until you do it for yourself. You can't even go to a court of law and give hearsay. You have to give the facts, the evidence. So, the world around you today, look for it, see it, allow it. The evidence is all around you. You see, only beauty was created, by way of law. But it is sometimes a distortion of what we perceive. And that distortion causes us to behave in a particular way that is perhaps not so pretty, not so beautiful. But you know how you have that thing on your phone that says return to factory settings? That walk in the park, that, step by the river does reset you. Why would you want to be reset? Free up space. What kind of space you want to free up? You want to offload all the clutter that we accumulate throughout the day. If we could actually see it, what happens to us throughout the day? One of those science experiments in school with the magnet, and you just pass it under the paper with the metal shavings, and those metal shavings follow that magnet. I don't know why they're doing it, but the stimulus of the magnet is there. So if we could see what we do in a day, what's following us, what's trailing us, what are we bringing to ourselves? This is why it's important that we slow down. Because when you slow down and you appreciate the beauty of what is around you, all those things, they just fall away. They just leave you there in your tranquility. Because you're no longer charged up by those things. Like the beach, it has negative ions. After it rains, negative ions. Why do you think you're so relaxed after it rains? The negative ions, what's the word I want to say? They help that charge. They're negative. Why? They pick up the stuff that shouldn't be there, thereby lightening your load as you walk around. This is what they do. If they make you feel lighter and more at ease and more relaxed, then they are removing something from you. So the next time you get the opportunity to go to the beach or be around the rainfall, and it's funny how if you listen to the rainfall, All you have to do is listen to it. The effect will be the same because we are designed for that. So when you hear the rain, if you couldn't even get to it and you heard the rain, you're still going to be soothed by the rain. The design is there. Oh, look at that, negative ions. Let me lighten that burden. You see, these things are not happenstance, they're not coincidence. You see how you are always, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Even though the law may not be friend nor foe, it always has your best interest at heart. Why? Because all you have to do is hear the rain, and your body says, oh, that's nice, and takes a load off. Like, can you, like, think about that for a moment? You hear the birds singing, and you are so relaxed by that sound. It is not a coincidence. Everything works according to law. Right? So when you hear those things and your body senses them, it responds in a very beautiful and soothing way. This is what it does. This is the design. So you have to optimize it, use it for your benefit. That's why it's there. But you see, because we've allowed ourselves to be influenced by, as I say, getting the bag and chasing that paper and, you know, hi ho, off to work we go, right? Like when we do that, it also has an effect on the body. It does. But which of those two things is much more soothing? So if you allow yourself to be soothed as you are on your way to work, then you are more relaxed when you get there. You're not clenching your jaw so much. But what if it's not going to work? What if you're seeing people? What if you're teaching? It doesn't matter. Whenever it is you reach your destination or connect with who you are supposed to connect with, you are soothed. Now, here's another thing. Why do you think they tell you when babies are nursing that it's soothing to them? And they tell you, they say, oh, if you smoke, it's soothing because we are designed for that sucking nature. Because it is a comfort. It is a comfort. I'm going to just let that one linger there for a moment because I just had a thought, but no. Let me read what Cyber says. This month, I'm not using my phone or the internet in general. I'm only listening to your morning inspirations to get my day started. It's in an attempt to do this very thing, quiet the mosquito mind. But of course, slowing down and living in the 90s again, he says. You see, if we would see it, that's why I say, pay attention. And you'll begin to recognize your true design. It's not coincidence that we are soothed by certain things and agitated by others. You see, take the time and just notice it, just see it. And when you do, you'll have a eureka moment. This is why some people can't explain. I just gotta get out into nature. It just makes me feel so good. I don't know why, but I just gotta. That's the reason why. Everything works according to law. There is only beauty. There is only abundance. But it is a distortion of the perception that causes us to think otherwise. And some people can't handle the quiet. Some people can't handle the quiet. I dare you to investigate why. Perhaps it was a survival mechanism from back in the day that you developed to cope. You know how if you have children and the house gets too quiet, either that child is doing something they shouldn't be doing, or they're asleep, or they're dead. Right? And what do? We call their name or we go find them. That's what we think of the silence. That's what we think of quiet. Something must be wrong. When in actuality, something is being calmed and soothed. You and I. So today, I encourage you to slow down. And that includes slowing down from worrying. You know, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? How am I going to make this work? Yes. Slow down from that as well. Because you must understand, if the mind is otherwise engaged, right? Because it's busy projecting, when is it receiving? At least consciously. You want to consciously receive, and you want to consciously project. What does that mean? It means you want to do it deliberately. If you're going to think, then make it the thing you need to be thinking about. If you're going to relax, make it that. A singular focus. Or as Cyber put it, a mosquito mind. We call it monkey mind too. You practice meditating. Don't think about monkeys, they tell you. And then all of a sudden your mind is everywhere. And that's okay that the mind is everywhere. We have allowed it to run amok. But now we get to practice reining it in. And you don't have to do it by force either. Gentle redirection. If you want to sit there quietly, gentle redirection. You tell it what you want it to focus on. And if it should get distracted, say, oh, over here. Just gently bring it back. Because you know what happens when we try and force someone to do something. Rebel, don't they? I want you to hear what I just said. We meet with resistance when we use force. Why do you think things come at you in the world by way of, oh, you know you want this? They've learned, you see. Or should I say, they understand the human design. It works better if you convince it or seduce it as opposed to forcing it. You know what we call that? You get more bees with honey than you do vinegar. No. There's a reason for that. That is the design. So don't you think it is better for you to understand your design so that you can optimize it for whose benefit? Your own. So that when you decide to sit quietly, you get the most out of it. Remember, this is the law of gender. To project from the conscious to the subconscious is masculine. The subconscious accepts without judgment and gives form to whatever you put in it. You see? So the strong emotion that we use to impress the subconscious mind is quite like a seduction. Hard and fast. Makes you feel good at the same time. Most of the time. But that's what the emotion does. It bypasses the repetition, you know. So this is why, if you pay attention to what you do and why you do it, you will understand why it is being done en masse. You know how sometimes you see a thing like a meme or whatever, and you go, oh my God, that's a brilliant gadget. Here, take my money. You will give it freely. So why not take it freely for your own self? Which means when you slow down and you take your time, just, you see, when you slow down and you take your time, I'll give it to you this way because we've used the word seduction. If you take the time to whisper sweet nothings, do both parties not benefit? You see, we think that might be a little bit crass. But the point is this: if you take your time and enjoy where you are, you will get something from it as you give. You have to relinquish the tension in order to accept the ease, or you have to accept the ease so the tension will leave you. That happens when you put yourself in a place that brings the ease. Rainfall, the birds. This is why we slow down. That's one of my son's favorite things to do in the winter. Just sit in the window and watch the snowfall. I stand there and I watch him watching it because he's just in his own world. And normally he doesn't like to be quiet. He's a boy, they're fire, they move all the time. But that, even when it rains, Mommy, my raincoat, I gotta go. And he's outside in the rain because he just loves the smell. And I watch him as he's dancing in the rain. It has an effect on me also. So that's the whole point. Because before, when he was younger, I would always say, hey, you better get inside before you don't get wind cold on the exterior. What's wrong with you? So one day I just stopped trying to boss him around from being in the rain, and I just watched him. And it changed me that day. Because you know how we can be as parents. Protective, yes. But that scripture says a little child shall lead them. Into what? Peacefulness. Just take a moment to slow down. That is our task today. Take a moment to slow down. If you, I know they think I'm totally nuts when I walk through the grocery store, but you see the carnations? I stop and I smell them. A nice slow inhale. Oh, God, they're the most beautiful smell ever. Yes. And the sense of smell is very fast acting on the body. Think about it. Brute. Brute. I'm aging myself. That's what my father would wear when I was younger, and his twin brother would wear Old Spice. So anytime I go anywhere and I smell Brute, I'm like, ah! It calms me right away because that was always the presence of my father. The sense of smell is the most potent. So if you have, depending on the memory attached to that smell, you respond accordingly. Sounds like the law of correspondence. So that's why I say to you, you know, when they tell you, slow down and smell the roses, there's a reason for that. Because when you smell the roses, roses are associated with what? Love. Love. Love will keep us together, right? Roses are associated with love. So when you smell them, my word. So take the time. Take the time to do it today. Beauty queen Onika, the better man. I see you. So that is my word. Ah, Breezy. Baby, I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. So I trust today that it makes a little bit of sense. And you are encouraged to do it because now you understand why it is necessary for you to do it. This is why they tell you being out in nature does what? Reconnects you to what? Your natural way of being at ease, with peace of mind. That is your natural state. And when you live from there and you create from there, my, what a beautiful day it becomes. So that is your encouragement today. See it. Allow it to just simply be there and to soothe you. That's what it is. Cyber, I think people are afraid of slowing down because it reveals where they truly are internally. Nothing to distract you from that war going on inside your mind. Oh, cyber. How true is that? Right? And you know why? Like you said, they're afraid of that mind. Why should you be afraid of your mind when you are the one in control of it? But that's the part they didn't tell you, that you're the one in charge of your mind. That's why you fear it. This is why we allow it to run amok. But if we would harness it, harness the mind, Angela. Is it a horse? Couldn't help myself. Yes, it is like a wild stallion on the beach. You've ever seen them? A wild horse? Good Lord. They are magnificent. We do have them here. Like the further you go out into the province, you will come across wild horses. They are absolutely magnificent. They answer to themselves. They go where they freely want to. So what do you do with your mind? You get the most out of it when you watch it. It's beautiful if you watch it. Because remember, if you force it to do something, it'll buck the system right there. Watch it, learn it, so that you can see its strong point. Well, what possibly is the strong point of your mind? Its ability to focus is its strength. And its ability to focus is also its weakness, because it simply depends upon which you focus. That's why. It is the strength when you deliberately say, I would like to focus on this. And it becomes a weakness when you allow the focus to be usurped or stolen. Be master unto yourself, just like the wild horse. Which means you allow it. You allow it to do what it does best. Focus. Just give it what you want it to focus on. And we begin to recognize that when we take our time. Take your time. Is that the Pointer Sisters? Slow hand. I need a lover with an easy touch. Yeah, you see, everybody's singing about it all the time. Slow down. Then do that and reap the benefits of slowing down. Even when you go to the gym and your trainer says, whoa, what's your hurry? And you're like, heifer, this weight is heavy. What do you mean slow down? But that's the whole point. You get the benefit when you slow down and you see it. So that is your word today. Now you know where you can find me. You can find me again on YouTube. To get the last remnants of gravy from the bowl. That's how we roll around here. That's how we do it. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3. Empress Ella? Zenobia? I haven't said those names today. I haven't said Brian today. I haven't said Cuddles today. Twitter, Jeff, John, Solo Breezy, Meep. I see you all. Thank you for being here on such a lovely day. A lovely day. A lovely day. It is appreciated. And I will see you over on YouTube. And remember, Monday, Monday. What's starting? Law school is starting on Monday. We're gonna learn the law. So remember to click the link in my description below, the link tree, and sign up for law school over on Patreon, because then you know the law, you can apply the law and reap the benefit of your life. I will see you. Much love, Twitter. Twitter is closed fan base. Ah, I know you. I see you, my dear darling. I see you. Thank you for being here today. And yeah,
Good morning.
good morning. It's good to see you. That lovely smile of yours. Yes, indeed. Summer Rose, KZ, Matthias, Jamea, Miss McQueen, Yolanda. I'm going to have to slide into Zola's DMs today and make sure that she is doing well. Yes. And, I'm going to have to shake my screen and do that thingy, Summer Rose, so that I can get that fixed, because I don't know why, because I did ping you into the space, but Summer Rose, are you part of the camp as well, or no? Because if you aren't part of the camp, that may also be, but that's not. I'll figure
I'm
it
with.
out. You are?
Yes.
Hmm.
There's a new update today, so maybe if you update the app, then.
Mm. I'll do that and see if it works. And I'll open up a room for subscribers to test it. Yeah. Oh, fan base. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for the love. It is appreciated. I will see you soon. Much love, fan base, much love. There, YouTube and Facebook. Just you and I. Ah, you see, the better man, yes, absorb the beauty of the moment that you are in. The now. There is only now. We're not the candy now and later. I was introduced to that when I was in New York once. Now and later. I was like, interesting name. And my cousin said to me, yeah, you eat some now and you eat some later. And I was like, oh, I get it. I think we call that Starburst up here, but what do I know? Sugar Visions, Queen Red Pill. But that's the task today. Enjoy the moment that you are in. I'll say this to you. You know how when you're in that moment and you want it to last a little bit longer? Yes, that's the point. We all want that, don't we? We want the moment to last as long as possible. Because you can feel the buildup in the ebb so you can get to the flow, if you know what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Take your time. And in that practice of taking your time and being in the moment, you truly will begin to sense the movement from ebb to flow. Shoot, I may bake some bread today. Because it is still a little bit with the rain. It is 6 degrees this morning. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have more rain today, which is nice. So maybe I'll make some soup. Look at that. See, in the moment, that's what we're going to do. And we enjoy that. Enjoy the moment. If you're playing your bass, you're playing your guitar, Queen Red Pill, if you're playing that bass, I'll tell you something that happens to you when you play it. A stringed instrument, when you pluck the string, whatever tone that string makes, your body is influenced by that vibration. And you begin to hum at that frequency. How do you know? Because when you tap a tuning fork in a room full of pianos, they all hum the tune of the fork. We have strings in our body. Tendons, ligaments, we have strings too. And water. Yes, the water vibrates. So you see, when you play your instrument, you are also helping yourself. This is why when you sing, you are helping yourself. It doesn't matter if you are in tune or out of tune when you sing, because Lord knows we've all been in choirs with that one person. And you have to sing next to them and stay true to your own note. We have strings in our bodies. And if you hum a note, it'll do something to your body. You doubt me? Why is it then that if you go, when I get that feeling, right, you know the song? What happens to you when you hear that song? Yeah, that comes on, that riff comes on. I look at the design. Look at the design. Exactly, Queen Red Pill. Because what you play will influence you. You are designed to be influenced. That's why it is best to always influence the self. Because then you're in control. And then you get to decide what you want to be influenced by. But we only learn this if we slow down. Slow down. Take your time and absorb all of the beauty that is there. Revel in it, bask in it. Yeah. You see? certain chords that you hear, certain sounds that you hear. See them today and allow yourself to revel and bask in those moments, because something good is happening to you when you do it. Right? Something is happening to you when you do it. And you know that because you're in your body. You are in your body. So remember to like, share, and subscribe. Law school starts on Monday. So remember how it's going to work. I will give a video, but you have to read that first chapter. Take your time. You don't have to read it in a day. Take your time. There is time. And close to month end, once you've finished reading that chapter and taking notes and asking questions, you write your questions down. We will do a live stream, because in that live stream, we will answer the questions from that chapter regarding the law. And from that live stream, there will be a physical exercise. Well, a mentally physical exercise that we'll do because it gets you in the practice of using the law in your own daily life so that when you look in the mirror, you see the guru. Oh, I wonder who that is. You. So that you never have to doubt yourself and your capabilities anymore. You want to relinquish something? Apply the law to it. That's the whole purpose. So, today, my beautiful friends, go forth into the world and slow down. Drive the speed limit, but slow down. That's what it is. You know I love you, and I look forward to seeing you and hearing from you. Indeed, I do. Indeed. So you know you can slide into my DMs. You can email me via my Linktree. You can hit me up on WhatsApp if that's where we connect, whatever platform. They're all in my Linktree. And we'll connect. So I will see you soon. 2, 1. Much, much, much love to you all, my beautiful friends.